completely right. It needs to also start on a smaller level in the communities, in the municipalities, not only on state level, and everybody can contribute something. But I also do believe that some initiative needs to come from the companies, because companies are main part of emissions and main polluters. And to be honest, right now I see that the legal framework might be already there, but there's no legal binding to it. There's no obligatory to follow it all the way through. What is your opinion on this, and where do you see it's transforming in the next years? Where do you think it will go?
I think companies are very much going forward in this topic. For example, it's one of the biggest users of energy in Austria.
Mm-hmm.
And they are doing a lot of research how they can decarbonize their company.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know, it's easier to decarbonize a lot of companies that are doing some services or something like that. But a production in that specific field that really needs that lot of energy, it's really hard to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that would be really necessary is the public hand. For example, we know that they, for example, would need windmills, but that would be not enough. You also would need some space or some method to save that energy.
Mm-hmm. Storage. Mm-hmm.
Storage. And that's the next big question in my mind.
How to store clean energy.
Definitely, because you have huge possibilities to produce it.
Mm-hmm.
Wind, water, and sun. But if there is no wind and if there is no sun, how do you store it?
Yeah.
And there are also very innovative companies, but that's the next big question, I think.
Mm-hmm. When I say, okay, big companies like the first, for sure, they're innovation leaders and thought leaders in this process. But would you personally, would you be in favor of also have obligatory rules that include maybe also incentives or even like fees if companies don't start those processes? Because on EU level, we can already see for 2023, there are this new CSRD initiatives that will include a lot of companies that might not have even started the journey yet. But when I talk to them, they don't know about it, or they have heard of it, but they don't know the full scale of what this will be actually impacting. So what is your personal opinion on this?
Concerning that, I can say something because I looked at the numbers. In Austria, right now, 90 companies are doing that because they have more than 500 employees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? In 2023, 2,000 companies will have to do it. But
just
compared to the
increase.
amounts of companies we have in Austria, it's about 700,000 companies we have in Austria. Yeah. It's only really, really a tiny aspect. Concerning doing something compulsory, new legal requirements or something like that, I think right now we are in the situation, and that's what I call the window of opportunity, that the companies themselves say, oh, I have to save something, I have to become independent. And as soon as I can, I want to produce as much energy myself as I can. Because all the prices are rising very quickly, and the next big issue will come in the autumn, because right now we are not heating anything. Yeah, and then we have less of gasoline available, and so the prices will still rise enormously.
Mm.
And so as long as the companies themselves want to save on the one hand and to produce renewable energy themselves, as long as there is a drive from the companies themselves, I don't see any necessity to give more regulations or also incentives, because they are doing it themselves. So why should the state give additional incentives? But some things companies can do, for example, windmills or something like that. Not every company can build their windmill.
Yeah.
That's the public hand that has to do it. And there we have to invest.